Music mogul Sean Diddy Combs facing more time behind bars. His release date pushed back to June of 2028 instead of May of that same year. The news coming after reports of Combs drinking in prison, something he denies, after he was accepted into a rehab program in prison that could have reduced his sentence by up to a year. He's also been accused of making a prohibited three-way phone call from prison.
First photos of Diddy at the Fort Dix Federal Correctional Institution in South Jersey surfaced on TMZ over the weekend. In one, Diddy is smiling in his gray knit cap, looking happy and relaxed. Fort Dix is a minimum security facility. He's not in general population, but in a special housing area for inmates in treatment programs.
Y'all, it looks like Diddy might not be coming home anytime soon, because word on the streets is that he might be getting his sentence increased. Y'all know how his team has been working nonstop trying to get him transferred to a nicer prison? And for a second, it actually seemed like the judge might consider it. But then the reports came out saying Diddy got caught drinking alcohol in prison, and that was the moment he knew he effed up. Because now there are reports that not only is the judge furious about this, but he's allegedly thinking of tacking on 5 extra years just to make it clear that he's not playing around. And just when we thought it couldn't get worse for Diddy, 50 Cent is out here making jokes and clowning Diddy. And y'all already know that 50 has them jokes locked down and ready to go when it comes to Diddy. This situation is a hot mess, so let's talk about it. I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of surprising that Diddy would jeopardize things for himself like this. It's almost like he doesn't want to come home or something, especially because a major condition of his sentence is that he gets professional help for his drinking and substance use. And for a while, it seemed like he was going to cooperate because it was reported that he had entered a prison rehab program. According to his lawyers, he committed to sobriety, focused on healing, and trying to set an example for others. Mr. Combs is an active participant in the Residential Drug Abuse Program, RDAP, and has taken his rehabilitation process seriously from the start. He is fully engaged in his work, focused on growth, and committed to positive change. Now, a lot of people felt like he was just doing that to get less time, but hey, at least he was putting in the work. So imagine how shook we were when reports came out that he was supposedly caught drinking in jail, which is a serious violation. And according to TMZ, it was not the fantasy type of alcohol that he was used to on the outside. They wrote, Diddy had some homemade alcohol in Fort Dix, the low-security prison where he's doing time. We're told the alcohol is made of Fanta, sugar, and apples, which inmates give 2 weeks to ferment into an alcoholic substance. Yeah, it's giving desperation. And considering that he himself admitted during the trial that he was an addict for 25 years, it's not exactly surprising. Recovery from addiction is often very difficult, and according to research, about 85% of addicts suffer relapses early on. But unfortunately for Diddy, a relapse was the worst possible thing that could happen to him because his freedom is at risk here. However, his team has been denying the allegations, and his lawyers tried to claim that Diddy is the target of fake rumors because of his fame. They told TMZ, as with any high-profile individual in a new environment, there will be many rumors and exaggerated stories throughout his time there, most of them untrue. We ask that people give him the benefit of the doubt, the privacy to focus on his personal growth with grace and purpose. His family also released a statement on his official X account saying, the rumors claiming Mr. Combs was caught with alcohol are completely false. His only focus is becoming the best version of himself and returning to his family. However, fans are not buying this because y'all already know that his lawyers have covered up some pretty shady stuff for him. For example, even after they settled Cassie's lawsuit, they continued to paint her as a liar who was after Diddy's money and claimed that he never put his hands on her, but then the hotel footage leaked. And y'all know how the story went. So yeah, a lot of people are not exactly buying his lawyer's claims, and from the looks of things, neither is the judge. According to new reports, Diddy's sentencing has been increased because of multiple rule violations. But it gets worse because it doesn't seem like the alcohol thing is the only rule he has broken. Multiple sources are saying that, though the exact details of why the disgraced hip-hop mogul will spend more time behind bars have not been disclosed, it's been reported he has allegedly been violating multiple prison rules since being behind bars. From the sounds of it, he has been living it up behind bars, and now he's about to pay the price. The wild part about this is that not only has his team been trying to get his charges dismissed, but they have also been working hard on getting a presidential pardon from President Trump. In their filing to dismiss the case, they argued that, to our knowledge, Mr. Combs is the only person ever convicted of violating the statute for conduct anything like this. It is undisputed that he had no commercial motive and that all involved were adults. The men chose to travel and engage in the activity voluntarily. The verdict confirms the women were not vulnerable or exploited or SAD. And regarding the pardon, it was starting to look more and more likely that he would get it. Y'all remember when they asked President Trump about Diddy's situation? Instead of shutting it down or pretending he had nothing to do with it, he kind of left the window open. He hinted that, under the right circumstances, a pardon wasn't impossible.
You mentioned once in 2012 that Diddy was a good friend of yours back then. He has since found himself in some very serious legal trouble.
Yeah, that's true.
Would you ever consider pardoning him?
I haven't seen him. I haven't spoken to him in years. He used to really like me a lot. I could do other things, and I'm sure he'd like me.
And get this, Diddy has been so confident about the pardon that he has allegedly been bragging to people in prison that Trump was going to pardon him. He even bragged about how he was going to take care of his prison friends once he got out of jail. Now this might seem kind of cocky, but it also lines up with everything that we know about Diddy. I mean, this is the same man who booked a speaking engagement for the same day of his sentencing and 6 other engagements for the month of October. He was so confident that he would be getting time served, but instead he got hit with a 50-month sentence. And now that 50-month sentence just might be turning to 5 years pretty soon because of his new shenanigans. And y'all want to know who is watching all this go down? 50 Cent, that is. He is Diddy's #1 hater, and he just loves to throw shots at Diddy whenever he can. He even once compared Diddy to John Gotti. He was also one of the first people to expose Diddy for liking men when he said, "Sorry, I can no longer help you guys. Soon you will all be gay and happy. You are all now left under the leadership of Putty Daddy. Report to the nearest rainbow." Or the time he went on the Breakfast Club and called Diddy fruity.
When you continuously call Puff gay, does that affect
No.
your relationships in Hollywood?
I don't call him gay. I said.
Let me read it, Fifth.
Oh my God.
Sorry, I can no longer
Rest in
help you
peace.
guys. Soon you will all be gay and happy. You are all now left under leadership of Puffy Daddy. Report to the nearest rainbow. Dinner Thieves in theaters January 19th.
That's why he says things. He doesn't even know what he's saying is like fruity.
There's also the fact that he's working on a docuseries about the Diddy case. So when we found out that Diddy's sentence was extended, we knew that 50 would have something to say, and he did not disappoint. He wrote, "Diddy gotta chill out so he can come home. Wanna throw him a party, LOL?" At this point, it honestly feels like Diddy's digging his own hole. His team's running around trying to fix things. The judge is clearly done with the excuses. The whole pardon talk isn't looking so likely anymore, and he's still out here breaking rules like it won't come back to bite him. And of course, 50 Cent is loving every second of it. Every new move, every mess up, he's got a joke ready, a post lined up, probably even another clip for that docuseries he's working on. He's living for this chaos. But if that sentence really jumps to 5 years, everything changes. No nice prison, no fast track out, no last minute miracle. Just Diddy is facing the consequences of his choices head on. Honestly, this story is far from over, and I don't think anyone's ready for what comes next.
Prison 1 month longer than he originally thought. According to the Bureau of Prisons website, the music mogul's release date has been pushed to June 4th, 2028. He was previously scheduled for release on May 8th of the same year.
Music mogul Sean Diddy Combs facing more time behind bars. His release date pushed back to June of 2028 instead of May of that same year. The news coming after reports of Combs drinking in prison, something he denies, after he was accepted into a rehab program in prison that could have reduced his sentence by up to a year. He's also been accused of making a prohibited 3-way phone call from prison.